For me, School of Rock has always kind of been an inspiration. I had it on DVD and just watched it and replay.
Playing Patty, she is such a force of nature.
Never give up on your dreams. I think that's what School of Rock. Never give up.
This is the best show ever.
This is Showtime, a podcast about the people behind the curtain and the stories that shape them. I'm Andrew G, and each week I sit down with creative leaders and risk takers from the theatre world and beyond. We talk about what they do, why they do it, and what it really takes to keep showing up. Today we are turning up the volume with Dylan Crawley and Imogen Alexander from Theatrical School of Rock. Dylan has swapped cybersecurity for rock riffs, and Imogen has gone from Bluey's world to centre stage. They are bringing energy, laughs, and a whole lot of rebellion to the National Theatre in November. Welcome to Showtime, Imogen and Dylan.
Woohoo!
Wow, thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Guys, I want to start with School of Rock. Why? Why now? What is it about the show that got you guys so excited?
I guess for me, School of Rock has always kind of been an inspiration. I had it on DVD and just watched it and replay. And I think, I don't know, just Jack Black and what he brings out of the kids in that movie, and the soundtrack is insane.
Yeah.
Every single time that Teacher's Pet comes on at the end, I get a tear in my eye.
Yeah.
And I get a tear in my eye now when John Yanko does Teacher's Pet.
Oh, John Yanko. Yeah, School of Rock, deep lore with School of Rock. I feel like I was one of those kids that whenever I watched a movie where there was like a talented child, I was like, I need to be that child. And like Happy Feet, you know, like the dancing penguins, I was like, I need to be that penguin. And that's always been me. And I think I saw School of Rock on Broadway in 2016. And I was like, oh my goodness, these kids are amazing. I want to be doing that. And then I saw it again when it was in Australia. And then I saw the auditions for this and I was like, actually, yes, I need to be in this. This is the best show ever. So funny. And like, everyone's so talented and like such a nice little moral of the story as well.
So, Dylan, cybersecurity to musical theatre, which part of that sounded like an obvious career progression for you?
None of it, I guess. Musical theatre is always kind of been my passion, and it's the kind of thing that fills my soul, I suppose. I think what I can super relate to with Ned, the character in the show, is that I guess we both chose a traditional path. And although I definitely could have and gone down the musical theatre path, I chose IT, kind of followed in my dad's path. So getting back into it.
Keep the legacy alive.
Do the colleagues know, your colleagues know that you perform, or is this a big reveal for them?
No. Some colleagues know. I've been pushing it hard, selling tickets like crazy, trying to get everybody to come. So, yeah.
And Imogen, you've lived in 5 different countries already.
Have.
So you pick up accents like souvenirs.
Oh yeah, I've got them all. Whatever you want, I can do. It's called the International School Accent. So it's like a mild American. But because I've lived here now for maybe 5 years, I have some Aussie words. So sorry to all the listeners. Try and pick which accent I'm using each sentence.
What do you think surprised people most about growing up overseas?
Well, I think the first thing people see and like notice about me is I'm very very friendly and like overly confident. And I think moving around so much, like, you just kind of have to be. You have to make friends.
Always the new kid.
Straight away. Oh, yeah, you're always the new kid. That was my favorite part about moving as well. It's just like endless friends. Friends everywhere you go, which I love. Was that the question? Did I answer the question?
You answered the question. You answered your question, and that's even more important.
That's what matters.
And you both currently are not full-time performers. Do you think having real-world jobs helps you appreciate the stage differently?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think for us, what we've noticed being part of the adult cast is like such a sense of community. And I think all of us sharing this passion and this dream and like having the opportunity to like catch up 3 times a week and do what we love has made it so special. And like when you're at your day job, I don't know, you just like really look forward to it. Like we don't have rehearsals tonight and I'm feeling really sad about it. I'm feeling upset.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. It's I don't do theatre very often, working 9 to 5 typically during the week. So the opportunity even to come to rehearse is so fun. And my colleagues were like, how can I be bothered to finish work and then go to rehearsal till 10:30? But it's just so much fun. It doesn't really feel like work.
It's the best part of the day.
Yeah, and it kind of creates that appreciation, doing something different and then getting to...
Yeah, but then as
Come back
well,
to
you
you.
can like draw from your real life and like your real life experiences. Like if we were, you know, just doing this all the time, the love maybe would disappear. And
Take it for granted.
yeah, so we've got a big appreciation for it.
Yeah.
And Imogen, you've studied at ShowFit and at Griffiths Academy. What is something that drama school can't teach you?
Well, I kind of see drama school as a bit of a bubble. I think a lot of people kind of lose who they are as a person because, you know, you've got 15 people and they're trying to cast a show and it's a puzzle piece and you might be cast as someone who you wouldn't realistically be cast in the real world or up against millions of people. You can, you kind of lose what your cast type is or who you are as a person. And I think in the real world, you kind of get to, with your interactions with people, you learn who you are. And yeah, uni's just, you're in there all the time. You don't see the sun. So I've kind of enjoyed being a real person this year and figuring out who I am, what my cast type is, what I love, what I don't love, and really trying to put who I am and what my beliefs and values are first.
And Dylan, you've been part of the cast at Disney World.
Yes.
No way!
Yeah.
What has the happiest place on earth taught you about performing?
I guess the happiest place on earth taught me about performing, always be on, especially guests who come to Disney World, pay tens of thousands of dollars, fly from all over the world. And if you're having a bad day, it could be their only day at Disney and it costs them $10,000 to get there. So always be on, always be performing, always try to give the best experience possible.
Who did you play? Who are you friends with? Sorry.
Nah, it's not that exciting. I was just a ride attendant.
Hey.
However, like at Disney, we use theatre terms.
Yeah.
And so if you're an employee or even a ride attendant, you're a cast member. And then when you go off, it's backstage. And you can't wear your casual clothes on stage. You have to be in uniform on stage. And so it's kind of, you're actually learning how to work in a theatre except it's live at a park.
Which Disneyland was it?
It was at Disney World in Orlando.
Oh, cool.
I worked at Animal Kingdom
Yes.
in Dino Land, USA.
Oh my gosh. That's
They've
amazing.
they demolished it now, unfortunately.
Because you left and they were sad. They're like, it's not the same.
The magic was gone.
Yeah.
The show was over.
Yeah.
But yeah, just always being on, always performing and trying to give the guests the best experience possible.
What's the best piece of advice you've both been given about performing?
Tough one. I would think probably savor every moment because it goes so quick. You start in rehearsal and it kind of sometimes can feel like a slog and then the show's over. The whole entire run, the 2 weeks is over. So probably just like savor every moment and be in the moment, and that helps you kind of like give your best every single performance.
Yeah. I think it's so simple, but have fun. Like, what's the point if you're not having fun? I mean,
Yeah.
if you're doing a sad song and scene, maybe don't be having fun. But like backstage, have fun. Like if you're in a silly scene, have fun because like the audience can tell if you're loving it, you know?
Yeah, if you're not having fun, you're almost forcing yourself through, and you can tell.
Yeah, for sure. I always try and have fun. I love fun.
What's the worst bit of advice you've ever been given about performing?
I did this like mock shop kind of like fake audition, and I got feedback to pretend I was fishing, and then the staff member was like, "What's your favorite kind of fish?" But I was vegan at the time, and I also don't know how to fish, and so that really was a waste of time. That's all I can think of.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough question. I guess because it could be technically regarded as bad advice, but I guess it's always kind of take things as critical feedback. As much as sometimes you don't like to hear it, sometimes you don't know how you're performing or how it's coming across. And so sometimes I do take it personally, but it's really just like they're trying to help me or adapt to the show specifically. So I can't really think of anything specific. Sorry, Andrew.
What have you learned about each other during this process?
I can go.
Go on.
I think that we are allowing each other to make mistakes. And I think that's been super helpful and allows us to kind of build the chemistry between Ned and Paddy's. When we feel that we can make mistakes, we can kind of just do stuff, experiment, and really like bring the characters to life. And we're not afraid that the other person will, I don't know, judge us or kind of let us down. It's just like
it's such a
riffing.
Safe connection we have. Like I feel like we talk through things, we try things, we're silly together, and like I also, what I love about Dylan is he has no social media.
Yes.
But I
Cybersafe.
love social media and I love creating content. And so Dylan has been my muse and we've been making lots of TikToks, but he doesn't get to see them. And I love that. And I respect,
Thank you.
I respect you.
Stay cybersafe.
Yeah. And I know that he's saving the world every day.
But you have no social media at all.
He has Facebook.
Yeah, so I have Facebook because it's a private Facebook. It's almost a necessity. People create events and that kind of stuff, and you need Facebook Messenger. Everyone uses Messenger almost as a religion. So I have Facebook, but that is it. Facebook.
He's off the grid. He's basically living in
to be off the grid.
forest. Yeah.
As much as possible.
Yeah.
So what are you doing in a podcast studio?
I'm expanding. I'm expanding my horizons.
I'm going to try and get him to get TikTok next.
Yeah, good luck
So
with
he
that.
can like my videos.
Great. This show, School of Rock, is about so many things, but one of them I think is empowerment. What does that theme mean to you?
Well, I think playing Patty, she's potentially the most empowered character I've ever witnessed in any show. She is such a force of nature. Our director, Cody, described her as like the change maker. Like if she enters a scene straight away, the pace changes. There's a problem, there needs to be a solution. Like she makes things happen. And everyone thinks she's the villain, but I don't think she is. I think she is a reasonable woman who knows what she wants. And she doesn't like being hard done by or, screwed over. Can I say screwed over?
You can say screwed over.
Yeah, screwed over. She doesn't want to be screwed over.
She knows what she wants.
Yes, and fair enough. Pay some rent. Don't get your working with children's check. Like, I think she's very reasonable, and she's got a really good sense of justice. What was the question?
Yeah.
Empowerment.
You answered the question.
Yeah, and I think almost every single character in this show is empowered or becomes empowered throughout the 2 acts. I don't want to spoil it. You need to come see the show to find out, but there's a really lovely progression as you go through the show. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess for me, the empowerment is kind of specific. It's people in traditional careers being able to step out of their shell and do theatre and experience other stuff. You kind of in your traditional 9 to 5, you feel like that becomes your life and that's all you can do. But this show really teaches the kids in the show that they don't just have to play classical. They're not just math geeks, etc. They can also play rock. I can be in cybersecurity and I can also do theatre after work.
Yeah, like these general stereotypes, they don't exist.
Yeah.
You can be multifaceted. Like you don't need to be one thing. You can be everything.
Yeah, and that's why I connect to this show so much, and that's why like it makes me emotional because at the end of the show, when you see the kids come out of their shell, I kind of feel that within myself. It's like they're breaking through,
Yeah.
They're breaking the stereotypes.
Oh yeah.
Breaking it down.
And there are a lot of kids in this show. There are quadruple threats, kids that sing, dance, act, and play live instruments on stage.
They're insane.
What's it like to be sharing the stage with such incredibly talented children?
Intimidating.
Inspiring actually. Like, what? How old's Ethan? Like 4, and he's shredding. He's going nuts on the drums. Like, oh my goodness. It just shows you like if you put in the hard yards, you can kind of achieve anything. Like they've barely been alive and they're doing the most amazing things I've ever seen.
Yeah, so they're ridiculously talented, and I didn't even think it was possible to be able to play music like that at that age. I thought it was something that you kind of came into when you're 15 or 16.
Yeah.
But God, the way they shred the guitar, the bass, how they can sing and act and perform.
And also, we're not in any scenes with any children until like the very, very end of the show.
So we just get to enjoy.
Yeah, so we've been like rehearsing separate from the kids, and like 2 weeks ago, we saw the band kids play, what song? I don't know, a song. And our jaws were on the floor.
Yeah.
We have a cast member, Caitlin, she was sobbing. We had to go get tissues, pick her up off the floor. Like, these kids are just insane.
Yeah, they just turn it on. They're elite.
But they don't know it as well, which is very frustrating. Trying to like shake some like, you're amazing, appreciate how good you are, feel proud of yourself. They're kind of like, oh yeah, that was cool.
And Dylan, you're playing Ned Schneebly.
Yes, sir.
How much of that character do you identify with?
Very much so. I think the opposite of Ned, I have a very supportive girlfriend, which is super fortunate.
Whoa, come on, man.
But yeah, I highly relate with Ned. We both kind of chose traditional paths. He went down teaching, I went down IT. But we still have that passion inside us to play music and to rock out. And at the end, Ned kind of breaks out of his shell and he... Is this a spoiler?
No.
Okay, sick. At the end, at the end, Ned kind of breaks out of his shell and he goes back to his roots. And then in the movie, at least, he combines his passions of teaching and also playing music. And I think that's what I've kind of found, and that's what I'm really thankful to theatrical for, is allowing me to kind of break out of my 9-to-5 IT shell and be able to rock out on stage.
Hell yeah.
And Imogen, you touched a little bit on your character Paddy when we were talking about empowerment. Can you tell us a little bit more about who Paddy is as a person? What do you think it is that makes her tick?
She's Patty DeMarco, and she serves the mayor of the whole city. That's potentially one of my favorite lines in the whole show. She has to emphasize the whole city. I think she is a change maker, like I said before. But I disagree with you. I think Patty supports Ned. I think she is Ned's backbone, right? She knows what he wants to achieve, and she's pushing him for it. And maybe she's lost the way a little bit with the rock thing, but you know, if you've seen the movie, at the end, all is forgiven, and she remembers who Ned is deep down. But ultimately, she's your backbone, so I'm not apologizing for anything.
Sure.
I think she's a no nonsense lady. She can see through the BS. I'm not swearing.
You're not swearing.
And
it's a kids show.
Yeah, we don't swear in this show. Yeah, she can see through the BS, and I think she's maybe a bit...
Is that backstage? That
yeah,
BS means?
she sees through the backstage. Well, I think she just can see a path that's very clear, and she gets frustrated when other people can't see that, like, this is what needs to be done, this is what's right, this is what's wrong. And, you know, if she needs to yell to convince that to people, so be it.
And do you think that that strong personality that we see comes from a place of strength, or do you think it comes from a place of self-doubt and insecurity?
There's definitely a bit of insecurity in there. We were talking, we've got a bit of a backstory, me, Dylan, and John. I think she's very jealous of Dewey because Ned loves Dewey, and maybe a little bit too much. And she definitely, like, what? I'm assuming they've been together for like 10 years, 10 plus. You know, a bit of the spark's gone, but you and Dewey have such a special connection, and she's a little bit jealous about that. So that's kind of why she wants him out of there as well.
Because I think with Ned and Dewey, the spark remains. Like every time they're together, they're making musical fusion.
They love each other.
And she just wishes they had that. She had that connection with Ned as well.
Yeah.
Kids can be brutally honest. They don't tend to have a filter.
Oh, yeah.
Have you been given any notes by any of the kids that have...
I got a good note it means we're doing our job well. I had a kid come up to me. We were, I think, in line for the bathroom, and she goes, "Do you have a crush on Dylan?" And I was like, "No, sorry. I'm so sorry." But that means we were doing our job well. We looked like we were in love. And then I had another kid being like, "Yeah, John dropped a few lines in our very first run where he is the whole show, and he maybe has like 700 and 802 lines."
Yeah. Yeah, they're following the show. I think the critique I remember is when we were practicing, because when we finish our kind of scenes in the first act, we have a fair bit of time, and we were practicing at the kitchen area.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And they were holding the script, and we were doing the lines like, "Nope, that's incorrect.
Yeah.
That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong." Yeah, you're right.
The 5-year-olds were like, "You need to be better."
I'm sorry.
What's the first musical you ever saw?
That's tough because I've been going to musicals since a very young age, and I think it's what started my passion. My nan and my mum every year in the Christmas school holidays in Geelong would take us to the pantomime. So I don't even know which one I saw, but we used to go to the pantomime every year. I think that's kind of what fueled my passion. The first one I can remember seeing was Chitty Chitty Bang Bang at the Regent.
Yes.
Which I think was years ago, maybe 15 years ago. We did like a high school excursion. And when they make the car fly, that's just like theatre magic. It's hard not to inspire you.
Yeah. My first professional show I saw, because there was always like school productions and stuff, I think was West Side Story in Hong Kong. And it changed my life. And like, West Side Story, like what a fantastic first show to be seeing. It's just your classic musical theater, your classic gangs, like loosely based off Shakespeare. That's my favorite genre. And I loved it so much that I begged my mom to buy me another ticket. And I went again, I think a week later, and I took my drama teacher at the time. And it was really magical. And I remember that day a lot. And I still have the little ticket stub. I loved it.
If you were singing a karaoke song together, what song would it be?
Christ.
Don't know that
Can
one.
it be
How does
music
go?
theater?
Sure.
Well, yesterday, one of our new castmates said we'd make a very good Maitlands from Beetlejuice.
Yep.
So maybe a song from that could be good. Or what's the Titanic song?
Yeah, the Titanic song.
To wrap up, if School of Rock was a life motto, what 3 words would yours be?
Can I say 3 words that connect with each other?
Go.
I feel like never give up.
Yes.
Yeah. Regardless of whatever box you put yourself in or who you think you're supposed to be, never give up on your dreams. I think that's what School of Rock does for me.
Mine, I've got it. It rhymes. Dream, drive, and strive. Boom. Yeah.
Bang.
Yeah. Title of the podcast. Write
Sure.
that down.
It's written down.
Dream, drive, and
I
strive.
keep saying write that down. That's my new bit.
Write that down.
Write that down.
Do you say that in character too?
No, but I should.
Maybe
I'd
you
live
should.
it.
Yeah, we might get in trouble. but-
Unless Andrew Lloyd Webber's watching, in which case we
He
shouldn't.
is.
Yeah, you might.
I texted him yesterday.
Why wouldn't he be watching?
He said he's coming not to opening, but November 2nd.
Sure.
Yeah, he wants to see the Fender cast.
Great. And of course, there are 2 groups of kids in this show. What's it like working with different kids? And I know it's only at the end of the show where you're interacting with the kids, but it must be weird seeing different faces on different nights.
Yeah, it's crazy. I kind of love it because it's a different vibe each time. It keeps it fresh. It keeps it alive. And because they've done it half the amount of times we've done it, they're so like happy at the end. Like when we do bows, they're just like bubbling, and that kind of fuels you as well. It's very cute.
Yeah, that's some spice to it. It's a unique performance every single night.
Yeah.
It's a different cast, so that's really cool.
But poor John Yanko, because
Playing Dewey.
who plays Dewey, and he's the most amazing performer I've ever witnessed in my entire life. He deserves every award there ever was. During the bows, he says who everyone's real names, and so he's got to learn double the amount of children's real names, which I guess they do professionally as well. But yeah, oh my gosh, he's doing so well.
He's already doing almost a monologue every scene, so he can add a few names.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
And isn't it crazy thinking how much young talent we've got here in Melbourne?
Oh, that's why I moved to Melbourne, because it is the hub. the hub of talent, the hub of passion, the hub of dreams, dream, drive, and strive is Melbourne. And I'm feeling that.
I'm just excited to think about what these kids are going to do in the future. I kind of want to keep their numbers or something.
I was
in
thinking
their
this
email.
yesterday. I'm going to keep the program, and then when they're famous, I'm like, yeah, I was in a show with them.
Surely potential Broadway tickets.
Oh, yeah. Be like, remember us? We played Ned and Patty.
We were your inspiration.
Yeah.
I'm with Dylan and Imogen chatting about all things School of Rock, which you'll get a chance to see from the 1st of November at the National Theatre in St Kilda. For more info and to book tickets, visit booktickets.com.au. Thank you both for coming in and can't wait to see the show on the 1st of November.
Thank you,
Thank you
Andrew.
so much.
Come see our show.
Get your tickets.
It's lit.
It's incredible.